Okay guys, so let's get right into this tutorial and first impressions. I'm really excited to use the ColourPop What's Poppin' collection. So if you are a lover of neutrals and like metallic champagne shades, then you will love this collection because it is full of that and it is just so stunning. So you're getting an eyeshadow palette, some super shock shadows, some lip glosses, and a bunch of other things that I will be sharing with you guys. So to start with, this beautiful eyeshadow palette here. This is their Feelin Bubbly palette and it is so pretty. It is just filled with those like beautiful neutrals and champagne shades. So the packaging itself is really beautiful. It is a sturdy cardboard. It's all creamy neutrals with gold accents. Even the side of the palette has like a beautiful gold shine to it. So it is just very well made. You get your 9 shadows. They are full-size pans. And unfortunately, there is no mirror in this palette, but I mean, for the price point, I really can't complain. You are getting 9 full pan palettes, so they are just really gorgeous. And as you guys can see, you get a bunch of different formulas. There are the mattes, your beautiful neutral matte shades with a lot of metallics there. When I apply them, I will see more of their texture, but everything just looks to be really, really pretty and neutral and just gorgeous. Okay, so first I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids. I'm going to be using this Morphe eyelid primer in their translucent shade. And I'm just gonna place some onto my eyelids and blend it out with my fingertips. I put a little bit too much on my lids, so you don't need that much primer, so I'm just wiping away any excess. So I do have my eyebrows done, just to make things go a little bit faster. And if you guys are curious about my eyebrow routine, I have my updated everyday brow tutorial up on my YouTube channel. I will link that in the description box for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with this ColourPop E22 fluffy brush here, and I'm going to go right into this beautiful matte sandy shade here called Bubble Up, and I'm going to place that all in my crease. This is a really beautiful like neutral but still on the warm toned sandy brown type of shade, and it's just really, really pretty. It's blending out beautifully. We're not getting any fallout yet, which is really great. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop E1 brush, and I'm gonna go into this really beautiful matte milk chocolate shade here in the palette called Clink Clink, and this is the second darkest shade in the palette, and I'm gonna place that in the crease, and I'm gonna bring it pretty deep in the crease because I think I do want to create a bit of a cut crease, so I'm just gonna carve out the crease even more with that beautiful milky dark chocolate shade. So that shade is blending out really beautifully, and there is no fallout, which I'm loving because I usually put some translucent powder under my eyes to help catch any, but for some reason today I didn't think I would really need to. So hopefully it stays that way. And I'm also gonna take that shade and just kind of smoke it on the outer corner a little bit. So I really love that like warm, milky, chocolatey tone of those two shadows mixed together. So love that. And I think I just want to leave it at that for now. And I'm going to go into carving the cut crease. So for that, I'm going to be using this ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is their white one in the shade Fair 00. And I'm going to be using this ColourPop E4 flat concealer brush to carve that cut crease on the inner corner of my lid. So I'm just focusing the cut crease on the inner corner, and as you guys can see, I'm just using patting motions just to kind of diffuse that concealer towards the outer corner. I'm not really bringing it too far because I just want the metallic to really be focused on the inner corner, and that really does open up the eyelids, especially if you have a small lid space like myself. I love to just do a bit of a cut crease. It really does give the illusion of a nice large crease, and you just see the beautiful shadows much nicer that way. Okay, so of course, if you are like me and you love anything shiny and glittery, then you will be drawn to these gorgeous metallics in the palette like I am, and I just want to use them all, but we do have some Super Shock shadows as well that I want to play with, but I still am going to try maybe 1 or 2 of these, so I'll swatch them for you guys so you can see them a little bit better, and we'll see how the texture is. So this one is their lightest one called Pop Off. And that is like a really metallic pearl shade. And this one here is called Zesty, and this looks to be like a really beautiful metallic light gold. And this one in the middle is called Noted, and this has a pinky sheen to it. And then this one here at the bottom is called Arbane, and it is a really nice bronzy metallic. So those are those beautiful metallic shades, and they are so buttery. And there is no primer or anything for those shadows, and you can see how pigmented and just reflective that they are. So I'm going to use this NYX glitter primer as a base to really make those metallic shadows pop even more, and I'm going to be using this ColourPop E13 brush to apply the glitter primer and also the shadow that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to place the glitter primer on the middle area because I think I'm going to go in with a Super Shock shadow under the inner corner to really make it pop. So I'm just patting out that primer towards the middle area where we have that cut crease carved out. Then I think I want to go in with that bronzy metallic there in the palette called Arbane. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm going to place that with the same ColourPop E13 brush and place it towards the middle of the lid. I'm kind of just patting that beautiful metallic there on the middle, and I'm diffusing it towards the outer corner. So that is like a really frosty, bronzy, almost like taupey metallic. It is really pretty. So as much as I want to continue using those metallic shades in the palette, I do want to give some love to these Super Shock shadows here. So there is 3 that came with this collection, and they are all really beautiful from what I could see in the pictures. So I'm excited to like play with them myself here. So this is the packaging, as you guys can see. So these are their Jelly Much shadow formula. I think I've been saying Super Shock, but these are the Jelly Much shadow formulas. So if you guys are not familiar with the Jelly Much shadows, then they pretty much are what the name says. They have like a jelly consistency, and then when you apply them to the lid, they will dry completely matte and last all day long. So they are just beautiful. You guys can see it's like a thick jelly consistency, and you want to make sure you save this lid because they can dry out. So you want to kind of make them last and be nice and hydrated for as long as possible. So I can see these shades here, they're giving you 3 beautiful gold shades. This one here is called Give the Brute, which is a really nice, rich golden shade. Then you have a medium tone gold here called Blanc de Blanc. It is like a light champagne base with some beautiful, rich yellow golden sparkles inside. And then the lightest shade here is called Keep It Crisp. And this is a really beautiful pinky creamy base. And it has a lot of beautiful light yellow golden glitters. And there is like a reflective pink shine to it as well. So those Jelly Much shadows are absolutely stunning, as you guys saw from the swatches. So I'm gonna go in with this Morphe JH41 little packer brush here, and I'm gonna go into that medium, beautiful golden shade there. That one is called Blanc de Blanc, and I'm gonna take that And I'm going to take that and place it on the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm also placing that shadow on the inner corner to highlight it. So I really love the way that looks, but I think I want to add a little bit more of this like richer, more yellow gold here. That one was called Give the Brute. And I'm going to use that same brush. I think I want to place that deeper gold shade, just like a touch in at the middle there. So we have the 3 shades on the lid, and I'm just like patting it just to give the gold a little bit more dimension. So I really love the way that deeper gold looks. I feel like it gave the look a little bit more warmth, which I personally like. Those Super Shock shadows are absolutely stunning, but like I said, make sure that you close the lid tightly because they can dry out, and you don't want that to happen because they're just so beautiful, and you don't need any primer. They apply stunningly and it will dry to a nice finish, so you don't have to worry about it sliding or anything, and I just love them. They are just so easy to use and really beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to use this ColourPop felt tip liner. This is their black one, and I'm just going to use that to line my lash line there just to deepen it up, but I'm not going to do a cat eye or anything. I'm just going to use that liner to deepen up the lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to be using this ColourPop E27 pencil brush, and I'm going to go back into that nice matte sandy brown shade called Bubble Up. And I'm just going to place that all along the lower lash line and diffuse that. So I think I like the way it looks, just keeping it a little bit lighter on the lower lash line. And to really brighten up the waterline, I'm gonna add this ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Honey Dude. And this is just their pure matte nude eyeliner. Now I'm gonna put on some mascara. I'm gonna use the ColourPop Act Natural Defining Mascara in the shade Black. And I'm just gonna put that on the top and bottom lashes. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop on a pair of lashes. I got these off of eBay, and I will link the specific pair that I'm using in the description box, and then I will be right back to continue using some more products from the collection. Okay, so they did also release 2 Super Shock shadows as part of this collection. So although I have not been doing much highlighter on my cheeks, I do highlight my nose, and maybe I'll add a little bit more, even though I do have some highlighter on my nose already, but I want to show you guys the 2 highlighters. So these are the 2 Super Shock highlighters, and they are Flute Punch and Champagne BB. Champagne BB is a deeper bronzy golden shade. Flute Punch is a lighter champagne golden shade. I'm going to take this ColourPop E29 small packer brush here. I love to use this brush to highlight my nose. And I'm going to take this lighter shade called Flute Punch, and I'm going to use that to highlight my nose even more. I love a good nose highlight, so that is super pretty. Even going to take a little bit on the inner corner, just to add a little bit more shine to it. I really love that to highlight the nose and the inner corner, and of course if you want to highlight your cheeks, I think it would look stunning. It also came out with 3 new Luxe lip glosses, and this is the packaging. I just think that they do such beautiful packaging, so I love that. And these are all really beautiful goldy, metallic, shiny, glittery lip glosses. So as you guys can see, there are 3 shades here. You have a more bronzy one, you have a lighter one, a lighter champagne, and then you have a more like deep champagne, and they're so pretty. So I will swatch them for you guys. So this deeper bronzy shade here is called Sippy Sippy. That one is stunning. I feel like when I'm more tan, that will look amazing. Then you have this lighter one here called Fizzy With It. That is like a really nice clear golden shade with some really like nice bright yellow golden glitters throughout. So Papa Cork is the last one, and it is similar to the previous one. This one is a really nice light base with some reflective gold champagne glitters throughout. Hopefully you guys can see the differences. This middle one here and this one are very similar, but this middle one has some more brighter yellowy golden champagne glitters in there, and this one has more like subdued champagne glitter. So they're a little bit different but very similar. Then there is this like bronzy one. So I do have a lip liner just all over my lips. It is the LA Colors one in the shade Cafe. I think it's Cafe or Coffee, but I will put the exact name in the description box for you guys. So I'm just gonna keep that as a base, and then I'm gonna use a couple of those glosses to see how they look on top of that lip liner. So I think I wanna take this bronzy one here first called Sippy Sippy, and I'm just gonna place that all over my lips. So that is really pretty. It looks really nice on top of that lip liner that I had. And it is shiny, but it's not like so shiny. Then on top, I'm gonna place this shade here called Fizzy With It. So this was the one with more of the bright golden glitters in it. I'm just gonna place that more on the middle area. So I think that gloss looks really pretty, and I also forgot about these ColourPop face jewels that are part of the collection. So these are really cool because you can place them all over your face, and they have ones that are just like diamondy glitters, and then they have these beautiful like golden pearls. So I don't think I'm gonna add any pearls or glitter to this look today, but let me know if you guys wanna see those used in another tutorial. Okay guys, so that is the completed look, trying out the new ColourPop What's Poppin' collection. So I really love this collection. I think it is perfect for this time of year, for the holidays, for New Year's that's upcoming. So I'm obsessed with like all of those beautiful like golds, those shades of champagne and gold, and the neutral browns, especially in the palette. I think it was just stunning. I absolutely love those jelly mud shadows also, and pretty much everything that I tried. I do really love the way this look came out. I love like the gold champagne shades. It is just really beautiful, and the shadows performed amazingly. That little palette there is just stunning. I love it. I think I'm gonna be using it all the time because it just has the perfect amount of neutrals with the pops of metallic-y golden shades, and I just think it's beautiful. It's like an everyday type of palette that you could totally use. The palette is just stunning. The jelly mud shadows are stunning. Those highlighters are beautiful. As you guys can see, I used it on top of the other highlighter that I had, and now that I'm comparing it, this one just like pops so much more. It just looks so pretty. So I absolutely love that Super Shock Shadow highlighter. They had the deeper one and the lighter one, so that just depends on your skin tone and what you think would look better on yourself. And I did really enjoy those glosses. They are also super beautiful. So let me know if you guys picked up anything from this collection, if you guys want to see me use the palette more, or any other products that were part of the collection. If you want to see more videos or tutorials using those products, please let me know. As you guys can probably tell, I use a lot of ColourPop on my channel, and I like to also reuse palettes because it's a shame just to use something once, especially because we spend our hard-earned money on this makeup. So it's nice to kind of see things used more than once, so then you can get more ideas and kind of re-fall in love with some old palettes again, or just get more inspiration with a new palette that you've bought. Please let me know what other tutorials or looks you guys would like to see, and if you do want to see that palette used more on my channel, I would love to do that for you guys. So if you guys like this video and first impressions and kind of like a review, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!